feeling of great triumph and victory.
Yeah. Let the truth be told. Want the truth, you came to the right show. Yeah. Talk to me, tell me what's going on. Alan and EMJ, we talk about back in the day to up to date. And you know it's nothing but love and no hate. LP Reese, it was the okay. Okay, let's go. Welcome to the Lineage Show. Okay, let's go. The Lineage.
Form the front line of that march. To my left, march Jose Williams holding his daughter. I march next to him. Mrs. King march next to me. Dr. King march next to her. On the way to the Capitol, to hear Dr. King make that speech that day. I sat on that platform, looked out over that sea of humanity, and I had a feeling of great triumph and victory. After having gone through all of the indignities, all the sacrifices, not all seemed
The Lineage.
Welcome to the Lineage. Welcome to the Lineage podcast. Once again, it's great to be here. It's a great, thankful Thursday. We are here. Before we get started, I have to let y'all know. You know the end of the show last week, I said we were going to Wednesdays. So this is the last Thursday, y'all. So listen. I don't want nobody hit me up next Thursday saying, where y'all at? Why y'all late? Then you a day late. So this is our last Thursday. So starting Wednesday coming up, Lineage podcast will be on every Wednesday, same time, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
if you do miss, you are welcome to watch it again on Thursday.
Yeah.
You can go back on the YouTube channel and make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified.
Thanks.
That's
What we
right.
might start doing, we might start playing old. We might come on twice a week, but one day we might play an old show, just so we can keep everything going. But yeah, starting next week, Wednesday, Lineage podcast, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look, we have a great show today. We didn't talk about our topic last week about the Cheesecake dating lady, the viral moment that she didn't want to go Cheesecake. So we will talk about that today, and we're gonna talk about perception and reality. Kind of Michael Irvin, y'all know he was the ex-Cowboy wide receiver. How he kind of called his son out on national TV. So we'll talk about all that. But y'all already know what time it is. We got First Nurse coming up, but we got to get the announcements in. Listen, let me share this first. Listen, this Saturday at McDonough Public Library, this is the second Art of Facts showcase that we are doing. We will be there we'll be there a little early, but it starts at 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Listen, you do not want to miss this Art of Facts library tour. We just started. It's new, and we just started it last month. But the first one was a great turnout, and I'll kind of give y'all a little what we do. We have 8 to 10 artifacts that we display. These are original artifacts from the voting rights movement, artifacts that you have never seen before. Trust me, you will never see these again. And we break down how Granddad implemented himself and how he was the leader and the chief orchestrator of the voting rights movement. Now, check this out. The first one we didn't have this, but second, this one, because in the true kind of spirit of Halloween, we would have a special guest there. Y'all don't want to miss a special.
Well, we don't do the spirit of Halloween.
Well, correct me then.
We just it's just a cover.
We don't
want that spirit. I must say I
got
to correct.
Yeah. So yeah. You correct me. I stand corrected. So in the true, we just gonna roll with.
You know, we ride that line like the churches do. What they used to call it?
Hallelujah night. So that's what
Hallelujah. There you go.
Yeah. So
there you go.
we gonna say in the spirit of Hallelujah night.
There you go. That's better.
But look, we're gonna have a special guest there, and we will be giving out candy. Marvina Brown said the video froze. I'm gonna make sure it's still cool. Just let me know that we back and we good, Miss Marvina. In the spirit of Hallelujah night, we will be giving out candy to the children. So bring your kids out, learn some history that you've never heard before about the voter rights movement. And we're gonna have a good time, man. The Frederick D. Reese Foundation. We are presenting this and we are hosting this. It's a great thing to do. So this Saturday, McDonough Public Library. You see the address 1001 Florence McGarity Boulevard. That is McDonough, Georgia. And join us for the special guest. So I want to make sure we good. Ain't nobody said anything else, so I guess we all good.
Are you gonna share who's gonna be in the building, or you just gonna let it be a surprise?
I mean, we can share. I mean, we can go ahead and share. We go ahead and share. Well, listen, y'all know we've been talking about Mr. Voting Rights, the mascot. And when I say Mr. Voting Rights, he's just not going to be the mascot of the Frederick D. Reese Foundation. He is going to be the mascot of the whole movement. He's going to be joining on. He's going to be making appearances on the Lineage podcast here and there. So he will be there. He will be the special guest. He's the one that's going to be there. If you want your kids to take pictures or whatever with Mr. Voting Rights, bring your kids there, learn some history, get some candy, and it's gonna be real good. I want to make sure we good, man. It looks like we good. Somebody in the comments in the chat or something tell me that we good. The video is rolling right. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Come out to the Artifacts library tour. So come do that. Also, if you haven't booked the FD Reese Historical Tour, you have to do that. That is on Viator. Just type in FD Reese Historical Tour. It will come up. If you want to know anything about the voting rights movement that you have never heard before, please come out, book the tour. Me and my brother host the tour, and a lot of the times we have other family members with us that comes along with us and help us out. So book the FD Reese Historical Tour. Also, if you do not have Selma Self-Sacrifice, the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, written by himself and Mrs. Kathy Walters, please get that book, and we would greatly appreciate it. One last thing, History on Apparel. We still have that store running with the apparel of the FD Reese. We have different things. We're gonna try to create some more stuff and try to promote more, and maybe give some coupons out and a few giveaways. That is coming. So go to www.historyonapparel.com, and get your shirt, get your socks. It's plenty of stuff on there you can scroll through. So we appreciate everybody that's been supporting us in all of these endeavors that we have been so graciously and so blessed to be able to create and to be able to see it increase and everything. So we appreciate that. But without further ado, y'all know what time it is. First Nurse Kimberly Reese. She's not in the field today, if I'm not mistaken. Right? She's actually here, right? She is here. She is not doing First Nurse things in other places. She is doing First Nurse things at the Lineage podcast. So we're gonna bring First Nurse Kimberly Reese on in 30 seconds. Y'all don't go nowhere. So she's gonna bring us our health segment for this week.
Hello.
What's going on, Kim?
How you doing?
Good.
I hadn't been here live in a second, huh?
I know, right? I'm like, hold on. I was a little discombobulated. I'm like, wait, she live now, so I got to get it all
Yeah.
together. So yeah.
Okay.
We glad to have you back in the building.
I'm happy to be here.
All right.
All right, let me get started. Hello, everyone. Happy Thankful Thursday. As you know, this is your first nurse, Kimberly, coming to give you your weekly tips and health information. So, we are still in the month of October, which means that it's still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, for this show, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a review of what I talked about in the past videos. As I mentioned in the last videos, I mentioned that breast cancer is the most common cancer among American women. It was also mentioned that although breast cancer incidence is lower among Black women than white women, the mortality rate is 42% higher in Black women. So, this is what this picture represents. Also, according to studies and surveys, the reason why mortality rates may be higher in Black women are because Black women don't participate as much as their counterpartners in preventative screening. And we also lack comprehensive care for some, which is mammograms. Remember, mammogram is very important. It's the best way to find breast cancer early, and also self breast exams. My advice would be learn your body, women. Try to figure out what's different. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to any new changes, such as lumps, texture in your skin, changes such as redness or tenderness in your breast. Also, remember for women who are having cycles still, remember you want to check your breasts 3 to 5 days after your monthly cycle. For postmenopausal women or women who don't have cycles, just pick a day was convenient for you. For example, it could be the first of each month, it could be the 15th of each month, the 30th. Just pick a day once a month to check your breasts. And that could be something you could keep up with your self breast exams. Also, if you're worried about the cost of mammograms or lack insurance, I did do a little research. You can go to the CDC's website, the National Breast Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program. I have a little screen here, MJ, on the next one.
This one.
Yeah, that was, and then the next one. That's just right here, the National Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program. You can go to the CDC website, and you could plug in, look for a program screening near you, and they will actually have some sites where you can get a mammogram and just examining your breast for a low or even free mammogram. So I thought that was very interesting. And before I leave, I do have 2 videos I want to share with you guys. These videos, they're going to talk about the importance of mammograms in Black women. And then the last video is going to talk about how you can simply do your breast exam when you're at home alone.
Because I was diagnosed early, my sisters were screened. And my younger sister went in for what was a routine. She was not symptomatic at all. There was no lump that she could feel. I felt mine in the shower. You couldn't feel my sister's. It was microscopic. The mammogram found a lump that you couldn't see, nor that you could feel. It saved her life. And she's wonderful. She's going on living a fruitful, prosperous, and wonderful life because she had the power, took the power to not let fear dictate her fate. And she went in for a mammogram. Mammograms help save our lives.
And because we know that the types of cancers that African American women can develop can be associated with a higher recurrence risk, super important to participate in screening, get diagnosed as early as possible, and then even more important, if you do get diagnosed with one of these cancers, keep up with the treatment recommendations. The death rate from breast cancer has been decreasing steadily for the last 20 years for African American women, for Caucasian women, and about half of that effect is related to better treatments. And we're seeing better treatments for these more dangerous triple negative and these more dangerous HER2 positive breast cancers being introduced every year.
Mammogram is more frightening when we talk about it than it is to actually take it. And what's so awesome is that it's not intrusive. There's no surgery. It's pressure so that they can get a good picture. and then we're gone. And I'd rather take a few minutes of pressure for a good picture than to not know what's going on with my body. I've had them, and I've had many. And I will say this also, to the person that's really afraid of a mammogram, I'd be afraid not to have it.
Did you know that Black women under the age of 35 are 2 times more likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer and 3 times more likely to die from breast cancer than white women? That's why it's so important that young Black women like us are active participants in our own healthcare. The best way to be an active participant in your healthcare is to do a self-breast exam. You should be doing a self-breast exam at least once a month. The best way to do it is to remember, look, and feel. Start by looking at your breasts in the mirror. They're your breasts, you love them, so look at them. You should be looking for things like nipple discharge, redness, or skin dimpling. Next, feel your breasts. Use 3 fingers and feel your breast in a circular motion. Don't forget under your collar and under your armpit. If you see anything abnormal, say something. Talk to your local healthcare provider or follow up with other resources such as Planned Parenthood. Remember, be an active participant in your own healthcare.
All right, and there you have it. That's my weekly tip and health information.
We appreciate you. First Nurse Kimberly Reese, once again, she's back in the building. Yeah, we appreciate you. To the ladies, we already know women are God's greatest creation. So we want y'all on this earth as long as we possibly can. So, and that's one of the things to get that early detection, man. That's saving a lot of lives. So we appreciate the information. First Nurse Kimberly Reese, once again. We'll see. Look, when we come back, me and my brother gonna talk about a couple of topics. So y'all don't go nowhere. Lineage Podcast, 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
And I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed that we were going to march.
Nice.
We'll stand strong. Where we belong. It's not about yourself.
First of all, serving notice on our nation. It's Dr. Frederick Douglass Reese.
We march. We march. We march. To march.
He said, what shall we do? I said, we are going back. He said, Yeah.
And welcome back to the Lineage Podcast. Great to be here. Great to be here. We got a couple of topics. I guess this is I ain't gonna say it's unusual for us to talk about it because we bring up relationship topics every now and then. But we'll talk about it now. It's a video that went viral. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it.
Do you have the list too?
I got the list.
Okay, yes, sir.
I got the list.
Okay.
Video went viral. If I know everyone has seen this, it was a man trying to take a female. It was their first date, and he wanted to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, he did that first, but then he had to end up going up. So I'll play a minute of each video, and then we'll dive into it.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay. Are you're recording me? Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, that's first part of the video. They pulled him at Cheesecake Factory. He was wanting to open the door. He went around to open the door, and that's when the video began. The next video is going to be when he got in the car and what transpired after that. So take a look at that.
I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. I'm waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, the equivalent to that?
I literally
you don't
said,
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night?
Yeah.
Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He just pulled
But
out of the parking space.
if I don't feel respected, I'm not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise.
Yeah, so he actually took her home. He kind of explained. I tried to cuddle it because it was longer. He kind of pretty much said, well, if you have certain expectations, so do I, whatever the case is. Now, that caused a frenzy. Everyone know that went viral. And so after that, these lists came out of certain restaurants that a group of women came up with the list, certain restaurants that and certain dates that you should not do on the first date. And here's the list. I know it's a lot, but I'm unpacking everything. So in this list, let me take the banner down. In this list, I'll go down it a little bit. You see, Cheesecake Factory is at the top. Hold on. So you see the Cheesecake Factory at the top. Let me get this. Okay, Cheesecake Factory at the top. Applebee's. Can't go to Applebee's. Can't go to Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain. No Burger King, no McDonald's, or nothing. Buffalo Wild Wings is out of the question. So is Wingstop, Red Lobster, any buffet. That means no Golden Corral, no Ryan's, no we know how that is. IHOP and Denny's. You ain't eating breakfast. Don't take her to the gym. Don't take her to church. We ain't praising the Lord. Don't get no coffee at Starbucks. And then right up under it says, don't even think about a coffee date. No ice cream dates, no family functions. That means don't invite her to no barbecues or none of that nature. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu, and etc. Don't even think about it. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Okay, fellas, if it's over 30 minutes, don't even do it. You can't go bowling. Don't think about going to the nightclubs. No hookah bar. Don't go to a bar just for drinks. Don't go to Waffle House or no sports events. That was the list.
So what can you do?
So Let me now. It's another guy that posted a list that he said, well, you can take female. Should be the first date. And I me and Charlene was talking about this, and I tell my opinion about this. He said Top Golf, Dave and Buster's, main event, zip lining, go-kart racing, escape room, break some stuff at the rec room, go dancing, spa date, laser tag, miniature golf, go on a picnic, go painting, go wine tasting, gun range, shopping, mud riding with ATVs, the zoo or museum, a comedy show, or walking in the park. Now,
this is a disgrace. It really is, MJ. It's really a disgrace that we have to talk about this, man. It's really a disgrace that we in 2023 are talking about a list. I talked to my parents, mom and dad, the other day. Your mom and dad too. We were sitting at the table, and I told them about the list. My mom and dad, who's been married 40 years, said that their first date was at Burger King, and my daddy had a coupon.
Yes.
And they have been married for 40 years. Kim and our first date was at Fridays, and we went to a movie. That was our first date. So basically, me and Kim date is out the question. But guess
out the question?
We've been married for 14, been together 17. Now these women who come with these unrealistic expectations. What are you going to your first date for? Because what I'm thinking is that you're going to a nice restaurant to take pictures of your food, and show Instagram and Facebook how much this man has spent on you on this first date. It's not about the date itself, MJ. And it is a shame. And this is why I'm sorry to say, and I know a lot of women gonna get mad at me when I say this, but this is why a lot of I'm being very specific when I say this. A lot of modern black women are single because they have unrealistic expectations, MJ. That's a shame. What's wrong with Red Lobster?
Hey, man, listen, bro. Let me read it, because Amanda and Jeff on here, this is our sister and our brother. They just got married not too long ago. Amanda said, only place that is appropriate to be on that list is, I guess she said, your home. I guess she's saying, I hold on, she's going to have to clarify that. She said, also, I think the first date.
The only thing that's appropriate on that list is that when he said your house. So basically, it's disrespectful for the first date to be at the man's house or at the woman's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
She said, also, I think the first date should be at a place where you can have great conversation. That's one. I 100% agree with that, sister.
I agree.
Jeff said they went to Campai, if I'm pronouncing that right. That's the I'm losing my train of thought. What they cook in front of you,
like hibachi?
Yeah, hibachi. That's hibachi joint. And Amanda, she said, yes, you shouldn't be going to someone's house on the first date. Yeah, hibachi, man. Right. And so this is my opinion, bro. Because I think when I was talking to Charlene, I think it is deeper than that. Okay, let me go to the list. Okay, now when you want to talk about the Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, you can't. Basically, it's nothing you can do regular.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory, nice.
There's nothing you can do regular, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why I think it's a problem with the Cheesecake Factory. I think the Cheesecake Factory was a problem because it's popular now. It's normal. It has become the norm. Everyone has been there, right?
Okay.
Because if you, let's say I said, okay, we're not gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory, but let me take you to a bar that a restaurant you never been to, and I can pay less than I would spend at Cheesecake Factory. She probably would have accepted that because it's all about the name and everything. So you don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory, but you'll go somewhere else. That's
MJ, it's about the price, bro. It's about the price.
Right.
You want to go somewhere where the price is almost you got to share the sides.
Yeah.
We went somewhere for our anniversary. It's called what is it called? Steak something. It's on Jupiter Street. Hey, Huh? It's not Steak and Shake. State
No, I
Market.
said SC. It wasn't SCK.
State Market.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nice restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's real nice. You can't wear jeans or nothing in it. It's real
Yeah.
nice. It's for my wife.
Right.
Real nice.
Right.
But the price gonna make you shut them sides.
You go.
You know what I'm saying? So, dude, it's about the price, bro. Because what they want to say is that he took me somewhere, and the first thing her girlfriends are gonna do is Google it. They're gonna look at the menu and they're gonna see them prices.
They're gonna see the price. And then it's about it's about the pictures on IG. She gonna take the selfie and all of that.
Selfie, man, and it's a shame. And that's why she is by herself.
Correct. And Jeff said they've been together ever since. Amanda said most modern women don't really feel that way. It's these lace front wearing, I haven't really had a job type of women.
No, it's the modern women. It's a lot of the modern. I mean, I can agree with a man on that.
Yeah,
it's a lot of. Listen, man. Okay, well, the modern women stand too close to the women with the lace fronts. Then you can't tell the difference. What I'm saying is, MJ, is that this is ridiculous, man. Well, the modern women need to call out the lace fronts and tell them y'all should be ashamed of yourself for bringing up this list.
Yeah.
You know, this list is ridiculous.
And this is what I said. This is what I said to Charlene. We were talking about it. I said the women, because it's certain model women that have been raised with traditional values.
Oh yeah.
So you know,
it's certain modern women. I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean. You talking about the mindset and the majority of them.
Yeah.
See, what we as men understand is, I was telling Charlene, see, men, we are so simple. I was telling her, it's more valuable for me to see you fold my clothes, fix my plate, than if you was to go buy me a $500 watch.
That's right.
I said, so because the little things to men, it says that if I can't afford certain things,
that's right,
is she still gonna be there to do the little things to show that she cares? That's why fixing plates, folding clothes, and all of that is so important to men, because on our journey, it's about the monetary value. So we have to gain that and earn that. And it takes a lot of the times, it takes us years to get to a level, to a ceiling where we want to be. But on that journey, we always want a woman that's gonna always have our back. So those folding clothes and fixing plates, when I don't have nothing, it means so much more. So when I do get the money, I don't have no problem taking you to SCK and Oceanair.
Right.
This is the problem. The problem is the modern women with the mindset,
with the lace front, like I just said. Let's say lace front women.
Like Sis said, they don't want to earn nothing.
That's right.
See, that's the bigger problem. It's right. Like your expectations is out the gate. I got to come spend $400-500 now. So if I do that, what are you going to expect from then on?
That's right.
So that means you're going to value my pockets instead of me. That's right. So that's what.
Let me tell you. So, I'm sorry.
And I said this. It's about earning it. It's about building to it. So if I take you your first date, if I do take you, like you said, you and Kim went to Fridays. What if I take you to Friday, take you bowling, like Amanda said, somewhere we can have great conversations, get to know each other.
Top golf. Yeah.
Top, stuff like that. Now watch this, Alan. I'm gonna spend less at Top Golf than at Cheesecake Factory. But guess what? The reason why Top Golf will be accepted for women is because of the name, and everybody don't. Now, look a year and a half down the road, Top Golf, they that's gonna be on the list. We can't go there. Why? Because everybody have been there.
Yeah.
See, so women nowadays, they want to earn the experience. They don't want to earn the experience. They expect it out the gate. So I think that's more the problem.
I agree. And one thing for the women who listen, who's single, or who's just got with a man, ain't nothing more pleasing to a man to open that drawer and have some clean underwear. I promise you. I don't care what I say. That would make a man's day. To pull that drawer out and see them and have them clean underwear right there. Boy, that's the best thing in the world.
With the socks made it.
With the socks made it. MJ, because when you put that on, it's like with your white beat on, it's like I'm refreshed.
Right.
It's nothing like it. It's not like you're right, bro. You are absolutely right what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's to me that lady right there will forever be single. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you find someone who got so much money, but he gonna treat her a certain type of way.
Right.
He gonna be arrogant to her. He gonna talk to her in a kind of way. She gonna have to deal with that. But don't nobody want to build them, Jay. That's just because our first date was Fridays, and then our second date, Kim took me to my first ever Falcons game. I saw Michael Vick play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to go to a game. Now, give me this. She said no game, but what if it was courtside ticket?
Of course, she there.
She there. If it's courtside,
she there.
But if it's just a game and she got to sit somewhere else beside courtside, she don't want to go because she can't be seen. You get what I'm saying, bro? That's a shame.
And that's the model women. And Amanda, our sister, she's totally right. She's supposed to date with a purpose. Amanda said, "I'm not doing wife stuff," and we just started dating. Now we just started dating. I give you that. And I told Charlene this. Me and we look at certain things like if I'm at work and even we in the dating stage and we've been talking a little minute and you ask me, hey, what you got something to eat? And I'm like, I got a little bag of chips or something. You say, oh, I cook, I can swing by and bring you some food. See, stuff like that. And you probably spent $12 to make that chicken Alfredo. But see, stuff like that go a long way to men. And so what I'm saying is, in a nutshell, men aren't, we're just in a different journey. We don't have very high expectations on first dates and dating stage.
So tell me this. Is it are we starting to understand? It's just me. I'm not agreeing with or disagreeing with. Are we starting to understand the passport brothers? The ones who going overseas grabbing some of these foreigners who tend to have the type of mindset of a woman that wouldn't mind going at the Red Lobster.
What
but I'm asking a question.
It's more of the Western society. That's what it is. It's on the west side of the globe that has this expectation like this, because they did a study, man. They with women in the West, so the United States and all of that, right? They said with men, they did a study with men. They said men, if you found 80% of what you wanted in a female,
that's right,
would you take that? And men was like, oh yeah, 80%.
That's a win.
Golden, right?
That's golden.
And then they asked what men want. It was like 3 simple things. Just be caring and this and 3 things. They asked women the same thing.
They said
if you had 80% of what you want in the man, would you take it? And they said no.
They said they're selling. They'll be selling.
They'll be settling, bro.
The mindset. Let me tell you something, MJ. It's a difference between the mind, the woman, the woman that was born in the 80s up to about 94, 95 still has our parents' mindset. The woman, and you could sprinkle, you some of them do, a lot of them do, a lot of those women do. Now, to those women's defense, a lot of men have hurt them. Now, but the woman born in 96 on up, but most of them for the streets. Hey, boy.
The man said men waste their time going after these women who expect a certain level of
on a certain type of woman. Okay.
But she pushing back on this. She called BS. These passport
passport brothers. But what I'm saying is, I have a few friends who are passport brothers.
Yeah.
And some of the things that they say make sense.
It does.
I'm not saying they're all right, Amanda. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying they're all right. But what I'm saying is that the women overseas have not been modernized to the point that they have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unrealistic. Now you should have expectations, MJ.
Of course.
You should have expectations. But we're talking about the unrealistic expectations. You get what I'm saying?
And they are single too. Not all of them, man. I will say, I watched a lot of videos and interviews of women overseas getting interviewed, and I'll be honest, man, and my mindset started to change, and I really started opening my mind when I started working with Middle Eastern women when I was working at IES, and I seen Hispanic husbands and wife working together. I've seen Middle Eastern husband and wife working together. And I'll be honest, it opened my eyes to be like, man, our sisters is missing the mark here, because I seen the women still give the same reverence and respect to their husband on the job, and they had the same job, Alan. Mm-hmm. They had the same position, and they came over here and they did that. Hold on, what?
Okay, your sister going in. MJ.
Okay, she going in. Hold on, let me read. They getting passports to go screw these women, like live like a king for a month and come back home with unrealistic. I don't see many men with unrealistic expectations.
I see a lot of now. What I would say this is Amanda is not all the way right, but she's not always wrong, because what happens is that they do go over there and get these women, but when they bring them back over here, those women get those unrealistic.
Hey, they over and they be like, wait a minute, this is
and I know some men who will go over there and get those women. They come over here and they'll take everything what that man has, because they do understand the power of child support, the power of divorce in America. But what I'm saying is this: what we can't walk away from. Those women tend to understand what our parents understand. When I say our parents, I'm talking about Francis, Edna Jolly, Aline. They understood that the basic things about a man is to give that man peace and give him respect, and don't bring unrealistic expectations. Right. They understood that we have to grow, we got to build, and all that. What I'm saying is, Mr. Jolly better take Miss Jolly to a restaurant that we can't pronounce. Correct. What the bill is.
Correct.
She deserves that.
She put the time in.
Francis Reese deserves that. Right. Charlene Kim deserves that. But on the first date, who has more of the unrealistic expectation? Right. The man or the woman? And
I'm glad
we see him, the woman does. That's all.
I'm glad, yeah. See, and I'm glad you said that, because you brought it back home. That's what we're talking about. See, because, okay, let me read this. The women overseas are trying to get to the United States, and they come and turn into the same thing. That's what you just touched on, Ali. Yeah. So, Anastasia, you're right. And Amanda, to a point, you're right. It's a culture thing. But let me ask you this, though. So then, if it's a culture thing, is it because let's keep it 1,000. It's just not our sisters that have these unrealistic expectations that's over here in the United States. Because let's just keep it 1,000. Is it a cultural thing, or is it just what it is over here in the United States? Because it's just not our sisters that can be viral on these videos. It's our Caucasian sisters that can be viral on these videos. It's other women in other backgrounds. I use the Hispanics because they learn they learn how they operate in another country, and when they came over here, and they realize it's not the same, but majority of those women still keep their same mindset and values when they come over here.
MJ, this is what I'm not, and ladies, I appreciate y'all tuning in. But see, for years, when infidelity of a man was at the top of the food chain, and we want to hold men accountable, you expect the other men to come over here and say infidelity was wrong. Be faithful to your wife. Stop that. It's not a court. When we say, well, a man got to be a man, no, that's wrong. You should deny your flesh and stand strong and be faithful to your wife. Now that we're holding women accountable, no one has said these women are wrong. They're straight out, they wrong. Everyone now on here want to make excuses and not hold these women 100% accountable. The women that came up, men didn't come up with this list. Women decided to come up with this list.
Yeah.
No one has said that these women are just straight wrong. We denounce this as black women in our community. This is wrong. This is unrealistic expectation. Let's talk about what we're talking about today. We talking about the list.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because
I need the women to come on here and tell me that these women are 100% wrong for spreading these unrealistic expectations to our daughters, nieces, cousins, granddaughters, and etc. That's all I want to hear. You see, we don't hold women accountable.
Yeah. I'll read these comments, but but Amanda, Anastasia, y'all making good points.
Yeah.
But we can go. We really can go on all day about this. But
our brothers too. We're talking about these brothers.
I don't understand what our brothers do too. I don't understand what that means. Let me see. Our brothers do too. Anastasia said it's culture in some aspect, it's societal standards in others. I don't know. I'll put it majority societal standards over this first date thing than more cultural. In other countries, having more than one wife is acceptable. Man, I'm not going to even touch on that. Privately, we'll have a conversation about that. What y'all want us to do? Okay, there aren't unrealistic expectations that they have set. They are simply the wrong type of expectations. Okay, that's
unrealistic expectations. For the majority, it's unrealistic. For most men, especially black men, economically,
right?
We can go by economically.
Yeah,
what black men make as a whole, and if these are the expectations on a first date, that's unrealistic. Because now you telling me if she don't work out, say I go spend $500 on her, and she don't work out, then the next one with her mindset, I got another $500. I'm paying a house note to date. Economically, that is not feasible, MJ.
Right.
It's unrealistic. If you look at the majority, if you look at what the majority of black men make economically, it's unrealistic. A man that's not a part of the 1 or 2% cannot sustain that and be in a continuously dating atmosphere.
Now, see, you're 100% right, bro. Now, see, Amanda, I've been being good, and I said I debate different now. Okay? Because Amanda, I ain't gonna put your A, but I'm 40. I ain't gonna. You can say it if you want to. So I debate different. Now, when you said this, let me get in the stage first. Auntie Fifi, hey, she said someone can and will adhere to it, so it's not unrealistic. It's simply the wrong expectations. Okay, Anastasia, I disagree with that. It is unrealistic.
Wholeheartedly, but all right.
Wholeheartedly, but if I said I want 4 wives, is that unrealistic? Yes. It's the wrong expectation. 2 things can be the same at the same time. 2 things can be right. It is unrealistic and the wrong expectation. Okay, so let me go there now. Amanda, here's what. Now we really gonna part ways right here. If you broke, say you broke, then date a woman on your price range.
Wow. Well, MJ.
So let me ask you a question, Amanda, and we'll move on to the next topic because this gonna go all day. When you say date a woman in your price range, so let me ask you a question. What would you tell a woman? How would you tell a woman that same thing in reverse? So if I gotta date my pocket, what my pocket can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Then so that does that mean this is hypothetically. So if I can take you out on an Oceanair date for $500, right? Mm-hmm. Does that mean I can ask for the 3-letter word? Is that my range? Do I now that I have the money and I can demand that type of expectation? Does that mean it will be right for me to now, if you go on an Oceanair date for $500?
Is that realistic?
Is it realistic for me to say, then you got to get that up?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to take this Friday price range and we get to know each other and see where it leads? Now, if you want a man to date in their price range, then what would you tell a woman? So are you telling me that the woman that I take to Fridays and the woman I take to Oceanair should expect the same MJ? Because you're expecting different pockets, right? So answer that. Amanda said, no, it wouldn't be my range, but we're going to have a conversation before the first date. No, I'm saying
not you
not
personally.
you. I'm saying generally, if you was to give a woman advice, since you saying men have a range that we supposed to date in, we're gonna have a conversation. So if she expect Oceanair, when I talk to her, we on the phone 4-5 days, you know, and we get to know each other. If she expect Oceanair and I got Oceanair money, what should I expect from her to equalize the Oceanair date? Because what you're saying is in your range, if you're dating in the Fridays Cheesecake Factory range, then we getting to know each other. That's a more medium range. But if she on the Supreme range, then what can the man expect for this Oceanair date? Angel said people change when they get money. Men say all the time how money gives them more options. Well, these are your options. You get more women because they want your money, not you. But Angel, to our point, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna talk on that level, if I got money, then how should I move with money?
That's right.
Am I wrong? Just like a lot of women were saying when the guy flew the girl out, and remember he flew her out, took her on the date, spent like $1,000 on her. Then when she didn't give him none, he flew her back, and they said that he was wrong. So
for most men, that's unrealistic to do that.
Right.
That's unrealistic expectation. That's just real talk. Most men can't do that.
Those expectations can only be determined by the two parties. I'm asking you first date, then we'll move on. If I got Oceanair, if you telling men to date their range, then what are you telling women to date their what? Put a word right there when you said men date your pocket range, date whatever.
What they gonna say it.
Tell women date their what?
Because if he's spending that type of money, what is his expectation? I know something that's made of cloth has to come down.
Hold on, here you go. Wait.
Something that is made of cloth, for better words, has to come down when a man is spending that type of money on a woman on first dates. So, but then that man with his expectation, most women gonna say he wrong for that. See, but then women can say it's okay for her to expect for him to go spend that type of money. LJ, come on.
And that's my point, bro. I'm not saying he's right if he did that, but what I'm saying is it's always a yin and a yin and a yang. Amanda said, why does first date equate to sex? So why does first date equate to Oceanair, STK? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is I'm not saying you or Angel or Amanda. What I'm asking for is if we're going to say women have every right to expect something if they're setting a certain type of standard, then why can't we say in the same breath that a man has every right to expect something if he's bringing the money up to supreme level?
That's right.
Then he deserves supreme reward. So if she's expecting supreme date, then
you get it said to get flown out.
She getting flown out. All of this. What do she expect to happen? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying.
So what you're saying, what we're saying is that the woman makes all the decisions.
And what I'm saying, that's not right.
That's not right.
That's not right. And that's and look, bro said it right. Double standard. That's it, and that's what
I
appreciate that, bro.
I know right now. A man is looking at Jill like he's crazy right now. But guess what, Jill? We gonna be there Saturday. We got your back, okay? You know what I'm saying?
No. And the stager said you're wrong because you want a wifey, but you buying the chick. Y'all spending Four Seasons money on a half-naked lady wearing sheen. Hold each other to the same standards monetarily wise, not sex. But see, that's the problem, Anastasia. Women don't have a standard monetarily. Okay. Women are hypergamous. They always want their level or up.
That's right.
They have no problem monetarily going up. They have a problem going down. When it comes to monetarily for men, we'll go up, middle, and down. So you can't equate this. You can't equate monetarily and monetarily when it comes to the same mindsets with men and women, because we're on two different sides of spectrums. But what you can equate is the level of physical activity for men to the level of money. That's the only thing. Women want to be provided and protected for, and we know what at the end of the day what men like to see, and we know what time it is. So those are the two. They're different, but those are the two things where you can equate, because we have two different mindsets. So you can't equate money with money. You just can't, because that's like me saying I got to look just as good as the woman on the first date. No, she's going to take more effort looking good, because that's the nature of a woman.
And Jeff, right,
100%.
Men would date a Burger King employee, and
a woman won't.
Yeah.
You will make the right decision.
Men see you walking, they'll turn around, they'll pull over in the parking lot.
Anastasia, you can know plenty of women who date down, but that is not the majority. Let's just keep it 1,000. Majority of women, let me say this. When I say date down, let me say this. Majority, it's women out there, just like that video. I should have shared that video. It is women out there that sees potential in a man, and they see his track record, and they say when he say he gonna do something, he do it. So I know that eventually he's gonna get the bag, because I see his characteristics is gonna lead to success in an area that may not have success right now, right? But to keep it 1,000, a lot of women don't have that patience right now.
And I see Anastasia said that she met her husband working at the same job. Well, I said that the women born in the 80s, the women born from in the 80s, and in probably about 93, 94, has somewhat of the mentality of our parents. Some of them do. Some of them still got the lakefront mentality. But the ones born in 95 on up, they about the bad, what the man is bringing about. These are the generations we're talking about flew out. These are the Cardi B and the Megan Thee Stallion generations up front. So I don't know.
It's two things. Yeah, it's two things of that though. I'll address a man if he tells her I want sex. If I take to this fancy restaurant, if she goes along with, she signs up for that. True woman to take it disrespectful, even if she gonna give it to him, she can know 100% she gonna give it to him. If he asks for it, he wrong. That's one. Two, a lot of women don't like to plan dates. They leave it up to the man. So the man is going to plan accordingly. That's what happened in the video. That man planned accordingly. She just didn't agree with it. So she went along with it. Now watch, Amanda said they're going to have intense fellowship when you get home. See, y'all that got me in trouble. Hey man, we ain't tell you what to say. You're speaking the truth though. Stand strong, Jeff. Listen to this. Anastasia said y'all looking later on just like women go for the jock get play. Y'all do the same. No, we don't. Now check this out. I go back to Anastasia. Lies. I met my husband working the same job. So did 3 of my friends. Check this out. This is the difference between men and women. And tell me if I'm lying. A man, let's say y'all met at the same job. Y'all work together. Let's keep it 1,000. That man has an expiration date for him to stay at that same price. Let's just use hypothetically. Y'all both met at the same job. Y'all both was making $12 an hour, right? That woman can make $12 an hour for eternity. And that man will still look at her the same. That man, though, if God said this, if God came to the woman and said, this man's gonna make $12 for the rest of his life, do you still want him? 9 out of 10 women will leave him, because a woman, the way a woman looks at a man, I'm gonna ride with you while you're making this 12. And all the women on here are married, and they agree with me. It's plenty of women on here that have filled out job applications for their husband. It's not because they just want to really help them out. They want to implement into him so he can get the job, so his monetary gain can increase. A man would date a woman making the same thing. A woman will not do that. He has to increase his pocket. He has to
keep pushing.
He got to keep pushing. She said, no, he won't. He'll say she's not driven. That's not true.
I ain't never heard a man say that.
Never heard a man say that woman ain't driven.
I ain't never heard a man leave a woman off off her occupation or education. Never.
Never, bro.
The only time you hear a woman leaving only time you hear a man leaving a woman is if infidelity, if she cheated on him.
And guess what? Over 80% of women file divorce. And guess what's number one is? Money. So what y'all saying, ladies, is not true. Women, we'll have to do another part of our.
It's a good conversation, man.
It is.
I still have, out of all these, we've made it about women and men now. But out of all these comments, I have still not saw that these women have said that this list is just disrespectful.
Well, before we go, let me bring the list back up because we can go all day, y'all. Anastasia, Angel, we can continue this. Let me bring the list back up. Now, I want Anastasia and Angel to tell me on this list what is acceptable. Give me a percentage. If you saying 50% of this list, I'll go on a date with as a single woman. I know y'all married. We can even use married. Don't use married if you were single, because when you get married, it's a lot of things you'll compromise in because that man has shown his value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say if you was a single woman,
mm-hmm.
it's 28 things on this list. How many of these things will you say, yes, I'll go there on a first date?
And then women will say they want a God-fearing man, love God, but she won't go to church with him. That right there, number 16. So that man, if that man said, look, let's go to church, and then after church, we're gonna go to dinner or we're gonna go to brunch or whatnot, they ain't doing that. Good gracious of life.
I don't here you go, Amanda, because y'all sold us a dream. Amanda, I could go into see I'm being good. I'm being good. Because women are the biggest dream sellers alive. I'm being good now. I'm being good.
Before, look, Amanda said it really depends on the conversation before the date. I've been to Starbucks just in getting to know.
Okay, Amanda, I'm asking you numerically, out of the 28 things, go ahead and read them. How many of these on a first date that you would go? I don't want to talk about no conversation. He got your number. Y'all talked a couple of times. He said, I want to take you out to get the. Y'all gonna talk on the first date. So how many of these that numerically that you would go on the first date? That's it. Kim said, okay, Anastasia said, I'll go to all except the house. I want to. Okay, 27 or 28. That's what I'm talking about, Anastasia.
Good. Like, yeah. Anastasia wanted what? 80 what? 88? Told them my 95. I'm trying to tell you, Anastasia was born in 88. I think.
Oh yeah. I definitely can't. Well, we know First Nurse Kimberly Reed, she'll probably
because we went to Friday, so that's Applebee's.
Yeah, so
Applebee's
by default, yeah. Anastasia born in 87, so yeah. Amanda said his house and the gym. I don't need him setting me struggle to live with. Okay, so that means 26 out of them, man.
So can the women say to the women that this list is disrespectful?
Yeah, Anastasia said what was her comment? She said she did say it was wrong.
Okay.
But I lost it in the comments. I think she did. She said she did say the list was wrong. So and Anastasia talking about you don't know what people we know. Listen, you go off your anecdotal experiences all day. It is data and statistics out the yin yang to prove what we saying is, it's pretty accurate, So, but
see. I don't know
him seeing me struggle to lift weights. Okay, I got you. So Amanda 26 out of 28, Anastasia 27 out of 28. So that's a good number. That's a great number. It's not okay. Anastasia we'll debate all day about this. We'll do it. We'll do another day. Listen, before we get out of here, I'm gonna say it one more time. If if you are in the McDonough area, if you're not in the McDonough area, this Saturday, come out to the Artifacts Library Tour. We'll be hosting the Artifacts and talking about our grandfather, Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, and how he was the chief orchestrator of the voting rights movement. And Auntie cuz on my Facebook, cuz Earl, see ya. Auntie Fifi said, I'm really listening to this because there has been good points from both sides. Appreciate that. Yeah. Come out to the Artifacts Library Tour. We will be there 10:30 to 1:30. Mr. Voting Rights will be there, and we'll be giving out candy to the children. We love the kids. So come out there, get some knowledge, get some candy, take some pictures, fellowship with us, and come and see what else we got going on and what we're trying to do, and meet the team. I think majority of our team will be there at the Artifacts Library Tour. So we appreciate y'all definitely joining us and being on this talking this noise with us. These are healthy conversations, and I like these conversations at times. You know, the Lineage Podcast, we known to have heavy conversations, but sometimes we bring these in, it lightens the mood. We can hear different perspectives and keep the community going in a light way. So it's funny. So we appreciate y'all joining us. Like I said, this is the last Thursday we will be on air. Next time will be Wednesday. So the official day from here on out will be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mama told us people will be going to Bible study. If you're going to Bible study, just hit the record button. You can always come back and watch it. So we appreciate all the participation and all the support. Until next Wednesday, we'll see y'all next time. So y'all have a good weekend.